I don't mind if it's a little low, so whatever that works.
Brothers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen, it is the best day of the week. It is Monday, Collaboration Monday. It is February 17th, 2014. You're listening to FAWMtalk. I'm Ianuarius. With me, as always, the Superfly TC Elliott. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine now that I can talk to you.
Well, that's the prerequisite.
Yeah, of course. Always helps.
Yeah, we're a little bit late, like 15 minutes, but that's the business. I mean, that's how we do it. Let's not waste any time. It's the Collaboration Monday, so let's go straight to music. We got here John Maeda and Joe Blomberg. This one is called Fool Number 14.
A fool thinks he's better off alone. A fool says that love can be outgrown. A fool believes there's no one up above. A fool says I'll never fall in love. A fool thinks he's always in control. A fool acts like he doesn't need a soul. A fool believes there's no one up above. A fool says I'll never fall in love. Then I met you, now I'm in a mystery. When I'm with you, life is more than chemistry. I can't explain why I love you like I do, but I do. When push comes to shove, even a fool like me can fall in love. A fool thinks if he thinks he can, he can. A fool believes he's the better man. A fool's the one a fool is thinking of. A fool says I'll never fall in love. Then I met you, now I'm in a mystery. When I'm with you, life is more than chemistry. I can't explain why I love you like I do, but I do. When push comes to shove, even a fool like me, you best believe it. Even a fool like me, 'cause I'm a witness now. Even a fool like me can fall in love.
Those John Maeda and Joe Blomberg, and the song is called Fool 14. The thing is, we've got some audio problems again, so let's do some fixing. I'm gonna drop TC here for all the fun times we had together, and then let's restart some things. Let's get him back up. Hold on. Then we need to do a little bit this. Yeah, everything seems to be okay. TC, are you there?
I am here.
Okay, the problem was you weren't hearing the music that we were playing.
Right.
Again, why is this happening to us? I don't know, but hopefully that's fixed now. Now that John Maeda and Joe Blomberg's song was, they called it gospel music for whatever reason, it doesn't to me it didn't really sound like gospel music, because whenever I think of gospel, I think of those like really fat black women singing in church over the organ music, and it's the choir going and in the background like whoa, and that song to me sounded more like some sort of modern gospel from the 80s and 90s with that electric piano and really soft vocals, which is I guess there are different kinds of gospel music.
Yeah, I think it doesn't fit the traditional generic movie version, but it sounded good. So
yeah. So did you hear that song at all?
no.
Okay. Well, yeah, that sounded fantastic. I really like the production values in that. It sounded like it could be off from a like video, some sort of VHS tape from the 80s. Really sweet song. Okay, so have we had our fair share of problems today?
Yes.
Let's go to another song, and hopefully you can hear it this time. Let's keep our fingers crossed. This one is the song called "I Don't Have Much" by Dina and Oddbot. And I really like this song, so let's go ahead and give it a listen.
I don't have a lot to share. No diamond ring that sparkles in the night. No fancy car or sailboat beneath the stars. I've got no foolproof plan. Sure to win your love. Only a dream, I hope it'll be enough. 'Cause I don't have much to offer. All I have
I don't have much by Dina and Oddbod.
I love that.
Excellent
Awesome.
song. Would you call that jazz?
Yeah, I was thinking it kind of reminds me of Django era jazz.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
slowed down a little bit more, but definitely that kind of, I don't know if you call it gypsy jazz, but that element to it
Yeah.
with the guitar and everything. It was really cool.
Wonderful, like horns in the background and
Yeah.
clarinet, all that jazz, and just absolutely beautiful, beautiful vocals on top of all that chilled down music. Absolutely
that was-
fantastic.
That was, yeah, I agree 100%. That was, everything about that track was great.
Well, have you been doing any collaborations this FAWM?
Yeah,
You had the one with Hoopshank.
that's still in the works.
Ah.
So it's not posted yet, but
Oh, how's that going?
pretty good. My part's done. So
Oh, wow, excellent.
I had one with Dragon Dreams, which turned out pretty good. It was kind of a metal flavored song about a dragon. Mike Squire and I, he came into the chat room, and we kind of in the chat just hashed out a lyric, and then he wrote and performed that one. So that was a good one.
Yeah, the chat room is excellent for collaborating and doing
Yes.
planning out lyrics and sections and all that jazz. So
And
everyone should feel free to use the chat room if
Yeah.
they want to like collaborate with other farmers. They're all really nice people. So if you're even thinking about doing collaboration, just go and drop messages on the soundboards of other people, and I guess if they don't want to do it, they'll say no. What's the big
Right.
deal?
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to find someone to collaborate with. I know I've been super busy at certain stretches, so it's hard to do all at once. But Dos, I wanted to mention Dos Binky and I did one. John sent me an email late last week and said, "Give me a lyric," and so I sent him one that Rakoy had said in the chat room when I mentioned it. That'd be a great song. So that turned out really well. I liked it, and so just the whole song idea came from the chat room.
Yeah.
And then we went on a week and a half later before I actually wrote the lyric and sent it off, and then it came back as one of my favorite songs of FAWM already. So there's lots of different ways to collaborate. I'd encourage anybody just to ask if you've got somebody else. There's lots of needs music lyric out there. I've noticed there's a few music tracks that needs the vocal, which is
yeah,
a
Ross.
little.
Ross
Yeah.
does a lot of that. I think the toe in FAWM, and he often does those background music tracks, and he's really talented in that. I collaborated with him in 5090, did this sort of country folk track, and I was listening. Just random music in the jukebox, and his track came up. I was thinking of doing. I had already done a couple of like Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits type of tracks,
Right.
in the 5090 that year, but that track just hit me like. I want to do this. This sounds like exactly like something I had in mind, and it turned out to be one of my favorites from FAWM. But collaborating this FAWM has really not been my priority. It's some people have asked me if I want to do it. I've said, well, sorry, but no. I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing my own thing this year, and I can't really be. I can't really be not wasting time with collaborations, but I want
Distracted.
I just want to use the time I have to do the songs that I've planned on doing, and so far that's going pretty well. I've had 10 heavy metal tracks on the works, like we talked last time, and those are going pretty well. I have all the guitars and drums done for those tracks, but now this week I need to start writing the lyrics and recording the vocals for them. And I already recorded bass for one of those tracks before we started the FAWMtalk now, and that's the lyrics are always the tough part, like we talked about. Yeah, it's just English is so unforgiving for me. It's so hard to think of the words that you want to use in the songs.
Yeah, it's hard. I think a lot of people find lyric writing difficult, whether you're a native English speaker or not. And part of the thing I have when I have a problem with lyric writing is generally just the idea or something that's novel enough for me to really want to sink my teeth in instead of just
that too.
Throwing some words down on the page. So sometimes it's not, for me anyway, it's not. The lyric itself is actually just getting started with an idea that's not just the same thing I wrote about 20 times last 50, 90 or whatever.
Yeah. And I was, like I said, I came up with the titles for the songs before I even started writing them. I wrote down the titles for all 10 songs, and I've changed a couple of the titles a little bit over the course of recording. But what I try to do now is I take the title and start thinking like, okay, what could this song be about? And one of the songs, the first song is gonna be what was it called? It's like a Steed of the Ancients. So it's a very fancy, a medieval fantasy type of song. And I feel a little bit horrible doing that kind of songs because they always turn out a little cheesy. But what I try to do, I often take something super cheesy sounding and then try to just play it really seriously and really straight and like it's a part of the history. So what I'm trying to do with that song is I'm thinking like, okay, what would the obvious choice be? I start with that to get it out of the way. Like, what would the obvious story for this title be? And I think of it, okay, it's this. If I heard the title, some other band doing this song, what would I expect this song to be? And then I start thinking, okay, what else could it be? What else could it be about? What could be the twist? And then I go from there.
Yeah. I like a lot of times I like working from a title. I don't always do that, but if you have a title, especially if you're doing just regular, verse chorus structure, that pretty much helps you write the chorus because you have the key phrase or whatever. Although not always. But I find that writing from the title can really help. Like in the skirmishes, for instance, I get a title. I always have an idea. It may not be a great idea, but I can always get an idea to start writing. On the lyric side, but I don't generally have a list of titles to start or even a couple of titles, although that's not completely true. Like in 5090, we had the album writing month, the kind of mini challenges, and for the last one, for my Hickabilly stuff, I had a page and a half. I just brainstormed, rural or redneck titles, and then started writing songs to them. So that's really a cool way to work. And like you had mentioned in the chat that you were doing these 10 songs at once, and that you consider it batching. Yeah. But having the titles that you were happy with to start with, or before you're done, or before you're to the lyric stage, makes a lot of sense. At least you can narrow down and say, okay, this is where I'm headed, and then work on the lyric. And I think that's important if you're going to be doing multiple songs at one time.
Yeah, I'm trying to iterate them, go with the title, and then start coming up with details and ornaments for the songs. Yeah. But the titles, working the titles into the lyrics is a little bit of. I try to work it in different ways. I like doing it in different ways a lot of times. Sometimes I like to just take the title and repeat it over and over in the chorus, because that's a lot of Iron Maiden does that a lot, and it's probably my all-time favorite band. They have a lot of songs like "The Evil That Men Do," where they just pretty much repeat the title in the chorus, and they have a lot of that kind of songs, but they have some of them. So, some are like that, and I like them a lot. They never do it like poorly. They just it sort of energizes the title and it keeps you interested in the song. But sometimes I take the title, I have the title, and I like to use it in a place that you wouldn't maybe expect, like end of the verse or like end of the first line of the chorus. If you have 4 lines in the chorus, just use it in the end of the first line. That's an interesting way of using the title. And sometimes I avoid using it at all, because that gives the song like this a little bit of mysterious vibe. I like that.
Yeah, and I think in music in general, but metal in particular, a lot of times you don't have to have the title be the hook, or it has to be the focal point. It can be mentioned in the lyric, and that happens in pop writing or in different styles of writing. But generally speaking, if it's a style that you would hear on the radio, it's more conventional pop writing in the sense that they're wanting the hook to be the title, so that if you go into the music store, you can find it, or if you're going to iTunes these days, I guess, you can find that song to buy it, and to remember what that song is. That's a little different. I mean, Paul Simon's had songs where the title doesn't really appear in the lyric, that sort of thing, and so it does happen. But I think in the metal realm and kind of in some other places, you can have a title that's not the hook or not the focus point, and get away with it. And sometimes that does, like you said, add the mystery to the track, or can give you a lot of freedom on how you build the track, because you can be a little more, I don't know if it's mysterious, but I guess sneaky in the way that you incorporate it in, or subtle is maybe a better word.
Yeah. Well, this next song already has a title that rolls off your tongue. It's by three people, Hoopshank, Ville, and Nancy Ross. It's a song called Uranium Molybdenum Technetium. So let's take a listen.
First we take uranium 235 at 1,700 millibillion years, and take it to a power plant if you're still alive. Counting round uranium is irresponsible, and if you make it safely without burning off your ears, you split it up and take the bits up to the local hospital.
Uranium Molybdenum Technician by Hoopshamk Villa and Nancy Rost. Sweet song. It's a really catchy title, and I like the bass. Was the bass like? I think it was fretless bass, and then they got a lot of those airy synth pad sounds that really make the song sparkle and sound like that's sort of sweet, excellent electronic music.
Yeah, I like that. That the music on it was really well done, I thought. But I think the way Nancy did the vocals on that, like, suited it really well. Because I could see trying to do it different ways, but that really fit the way she the phrasing of the lines, and then going in her she sings a little higher than me anyway, but in that upper register there, it really fit with the music well. It wasn't just kind of thrown on there. And for the rondo type, it's always interesting to hear how it comes out when you have one set of lyrics, somebody else does the music, and then yet another person does the melody and things. So it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit like a disco type of track, like this sort of a Sister Sisters vibe there. Super cool.
Yeah, a little bit.
I wonder what Hoopshank did for that track. I mean, I know he's mainly a drummer, but he does a lot of other things too.
I'm fairly sure that he did all of the music on that one.
Oh, could be, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm looking at the liner notes, and so the lyricist was Tim Villa, and he sent it to Hoopshank, who did the music, and then they sent it off to Nancy, who did the vocals on it. So, which is pretty cool.
But in disco music, it's normally the guys who do that kind of vocals. I'm not saying Nancy has a manly voice. No, not at all. Just really excellent sounding stuff.
Yeah, only a good one.
Oh my God, it's been going on forever. I mean, it's already. We started so late, and it's already 10 over 2 here. So I think we need to start wrapping this thing up. We got one more song here we want to play for the Collaboration Monday. We're gonna have one more Collaboration Monday next week, which is, by the way, next week is the last week of FAWM, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
But this
got
song,
week and a half or so.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Something like that.
That's still plenty of time. Write lots of songs.
Yeah. So next week, the Friday, is the last day of FAWM. So we're gonna be doing the show until the very last day. And we talked a little bit about doing post-FAWM cast, but that's in the air. We might do it, we might not. Let's see.
Okay.
This last song is the other collaborator is one of our favorite people, Shady Wilbury, who did the lyrics for this song. And I think that the music by John Crossman is really excellent in this one. Just very fantastic sounding stuff. But we're gonna leave you off with that. So until next time, then.
Yep. Be well. Thank you.
Yes. Write some good music, people.
He threw his old King James away, wondering when his dreams went astray. Couldn't play at believing any longer. He's so tired getting by, wasting away the last 10 years. His dreams came in bottles down at the bar, with a soda on the side. Such a shame that while the world looked on, the man he used to be gave up the fight. As he gets old, he's got no time for dreaming. Every chance he had passed him by. Through his whole life, he was always so grounded. No one ever taught him how to fly. The last 10 years, his big dreams came in bottles. Down at the bar, with the soda on the side. Such a shame that while the world looked on, the man he used to be gave up the fight. His one gift to the world was his children. He watched them grow into 2 fine young men. That kind of grace can never be repeated, and he didn't want to roll those dice again. The last 10 years, his dreams came in bottles. Down at the bar, with a soda on the side. Such a shame that while the world looked on, the man he used to be gave up the fight.